Hey guys, what's going on? Today we are doing this look right here using the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. I was so stoked when I found out this was coming out. I of course set my alarm for noon when it dropped and bought it immediately. This is like a quick look of what she looks like. Beautiful colors, and once again, colors that are gonna make you get creative, but also has super neutral options if you wanna go that route. I decided to play with color today because again, I have hooded eyes and it can be a little difficult to use color when you have hooded eyes. So I wanted to share with you today what this palette inspired me to do. I'm so impressed with how this turned out. It is so simple. I am using 4 shadows, but really it's kind of like using 2, just like pink color and then a yellow color. So it's so easy. It'll work for hooded eyes, non-hooded eyes, mature eyes, mono lids, all of the above. So let's quickly just compare this to the Blood Sugar palette because the Blood Sugar palette was like a super big hit, and I know this is gonna be a super big hit as well. So hopefully we can see both of them in the camera. You can probably see my chandelier as well. So Blood Sugar was 52, Thirsty is 48, which is a little odd because like obviously Blood Sugar comes in this like thick packaging. They both have a mirror. I'm just not showing you the mirror for Thirsty because it's covered. So that's a little odd, but I mean, I'm guessing it costs maybe a little bit more for these shimmer shades to get like the formulation right. And let's quickly talk about that. So I'm gonna go into this in the tutorial, but if you have hooded eyes, these shimmer shades are gonna be a little hard to work with because when you blend them out, you could see it on this side, there's definitely fallout. Like I didn't blend this side as much because I realized on this side that it was gonna kind of fall out, and I did use a glitter glue on both sides. But because it's like a chunkier glitter, when you blend, the like chunkiness kind of falls down. But with that said, these glitters are stunning, just beautiful. Let me just show you on my fingers. They're absolutely stunning shades, so pigmented. It's almost like a sheen shimmer shadow with like glitter baked into it or something like that. They're gorgeous. Like you could see how that swatched on the back of my hand. I wish I could make these work on my eyes, and maybe with practice I can, but right now I just really like to kind of blend out my glitter because I have hooded eyes. I like blend so much, so I can't really make them work except on the inner corner and possibly on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna experiment with that a little bit more. I totally forgot to mention in the video and after, I did pick up one of the new liquid lipsticks, the Velour liquid lipsticks. This is Soft Serve. I did put a gloss on top of it because I'm just not into the mattes these days. This is the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in Charmer, but let me just swatch this for you so you guys can see. It is a very pinky pink, not typically a pink that I would wear, but I really do like it, and I really do like his liquid lipsticks. You do have to kind of build this up to get full pigment, which is fine by me because typically I don't really like full opacity in my lipstick. So I really do like that. It's what I have on my lips right now. Very summery. I think it goes really well with this look. So yeah, I'm not gonna swatch these for you because I'm sure there's a million videos out there on swatches, and I just kind of want to get into the look for you guys to kind of show you guys if you have hooded eyes, mature eyes, monolids, etc., you can buy this palette and absolutely love it. So yeah, let me know if you guys have picked this up or if you're excited about it. Hold on, I can't believe I haven't mentioned this. Like, look at the outside of it. How cool is that? It's like dripping and it's on the back as well. I absolutely love it. And I do want to say, first and foremost, the most pigmented eyeshadows I've ever used, like Blood Sugar is as well. His formulations are so good. I don't know what he does, but he knows what he's doing. I know people have different trains of thoughts on him and his past. I'll never judge somebody on their past. I live by that in my life, like with my friends. Like, things happen, people say things, people are at weird points in their life and say things they don't mean. I'll never judge people by that, but I mean, everybody can make their own decision on that, but I will never do that. And I think he really does know what he's doing when it comes to makeup. So Anyway, enough chatting for me. I've probably been like talking for 5 minutes. If you guys are interested in seeing this look right here, go ahead and keep watching. So I've already primed my lids and set them. I used the Kat Von D Lacquer concealer. Have you guys tried this? Because I kind of hate it. I feel like I look still really dark under my eyes, and I think this is supposed to be full coverage. It's so drying that I feel like my creases, which are very prominent, are even more highlighted, and I just felt like as I blended it out, it kind of lifted. So let me know if you guys have tried that and what you think. Oddly, we're doing a Jeffree Star tutorial and talking about Kat Von D, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the first color I'm gonna go in with is this guy right here. These two are like the two colors I always gravitate towards, like no matter what kind of palette it is, as far as like a crease color. I find myself gravitating more towards those than like the transition like brown colors, if that makes sense. So we're gonna just take a MAC, I have so many brushes in front of me, a MAC 217, and I'm just gonna apply that all over the lid. And I'm not going above my natural crease in any way. As you guys know, I have very hooded eyes, so I'm gonna keep this below the crease. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. All right, so first of all, look at how pigmented that is, and there is no colorful base. All I did was obviously apply the concealer and a powder. Oops, with this eye, I did take Parched. I totally forgot about that, which is just this neutral shade right here, and I set my eye with that, but it's okay. It's really my skin tone color, which provides a nice base, but I had already set it with my setting powder, so you can totally do that. But anyway, back to this. This is the most pigmented color without a base I think I've pretty much ever used, which is so exciting. So that looks gorgeous. You could totally apply that with like a flat brush if you wanted to, like a MAC 239. I just prefer to kind of go in with a blending brush. I don't know why. It's just my preference. So anyway, now we're gonna go ahead and go into a different brush. This is a Morphe M433. And now we're gonna dip, I'm gonna get rid of that plastic thing. We're gonna dip into Taste Buds, which is just gonna really blend out this color, really nicely. I feel like naughty saying that. I swear sometimes, but like, I don't really swear too much on here. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of blend that out so we have like the perfect transition, and these blend beautifully. All of his shadows blend beautifully, but when it comes to mattes, his formula is just outstanding. So do you see, like, I mean, some people would call that like blended at this point. I really like to blend because I have hooded eyes, but just so good. And I'm probably gonna, because I'm looking down in my mirror and filming this, probably gonna take a little bit of pigment off of my lid, but we can always go in and re-up if we need to. All right, so I'm gonna not bring that up too high, because as you can see from this side, we're gonna go in with the orange shade as well. So now I'm just taking a Morphe M505 and I'm gonna just blend the edges so they're not at all harsh. I think this might have some color on it. So I'm gonna dip into my little color swatch thing and make sure there's no color on there. And then get back to it. So that's fine for now, which took like 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds, because we're gonna go back in and blend a little bit more with Quench, the very pigmented yellow shade. So before we do that, I'm just gonna take a pencil brush. This is a Morphe M431. I don't know why I have so many Morphe brushes in front of me today, I just do. We're gonna go back into Bitch, and then we're gonna just throw that under the lower lash line, and I'm pretty much gonna take it into right about here, and then right in that area I'm gonna go in with Taste Buds just so it gets a little bit lighter, but I'll show you what I mean. And we are really blowing this out mainly because I want the colorful look to be you know, colorful because I have hooded eyes. I don't use too many colors, so when I do go in with color, I want to kind of blow it out, and it's also going to help with the creasing from that concealer and make it look a little bit better. So I just can't get over how pigmented. And this is just the perfect like pink, hot pink shade, because it's one of those shades that isn't going to make you look like sick. It just looks bright and beautiful. So I'm gonna finish up with that. And then again, I'm just gonna kind of rub into the color swatch thing and then go into taste buds. And that's gonna go like on that inner portion. So there's just a little bit of lightness. And then I'm also gonna take that right under. Right, and then I'm just gonna deepen that bitch color a little bit. And can you please see that there is no fallout with these mattes? Zero, none. We'll get into the shimmer shades, which you can see right here in a little bit, but these matte shades are the most pigmented things with no fallout. It's just amazing. All right, so then taking a Real Techniques brush, and we're just moving right along here because this is really fast. We're gonna dip into Quench, which is right here. This beautiful, beautiful yellow shade. And let me tell you, it is hard to find a yellow that is as pigmented as this. Like I said, he knows what he's doing with his formulas and his mattes, and this is beautiful. If you were to apply this all over the lid with like just a flat brush, I am positive you will have beautiful pigment. And if you like cut out your crease and apply it on that, you will be like blown away at how pigmented it is. So like you can see, I dipped into it once. Hopefully you guys, let me just, once. Look at all that pigment. It is insane. So knock a little bit of that off, and we're just gonna kind of go along the edge where taste buds pretty much ends. And sometimes when you mix colors, you can get this weird like muddy effect, but this does not get muddy at all. Now obviously there's not like a brown to make it muddy, but it just, they work so well together. And it kind of creates like a little bit of a darker transition color. So we're just kind of smoking everything out a little bit more. I'm bringing that like right in there. And this is also gonna help blend everything even more. I'm taking that on the outer corner as well and right under. So you just have like a little pop of yellow. And then again, if you feel like you need to go in and re-up, I don't really feel like I need to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. With Bitch, you can do that. And then again, if you wanna go in and re-up a little bit with Taste Buds, how did I get this brush in my hand? Not sure, but this is a Morphe M441. Just gonna re-up Taste Buds a little. Like, so easy, so quick. Blends super fast and just looks stunning. I absolutely love it. So let's leave it, actually, let's go in with Drizzle, which is just kind of a nice chocolatey brown right here. And I'm gonna just take that on a Sonia Kashuk liner brush, and I'm gonna really kind of get that close up to my lower lash line, just so our lower lashes look a little thicker when we put on our falsies. Or we're not putting falsies on our lower lash line, we're putting mascara on there. And I'm just gonna quickly put that in, kind of getting thinner as we go towards the inner corner. Just like that, and then if you want to, blend it out. All right, so let's talk about these shimmers. If you have hooded eyes like me, I don't think these shimmers work too well on the lid because they are chunky glittery. They're like shimmery glitter, but then they also have chunks of glitter in that. Hopefully you guys can see on the camera how that looks. I hope it's not focusing on my face. There we go. So there's chunks of glitter and on top of like a sheen. So when you go to blend it, it does, let's see. Yeah, you could definitely see it on my hand. It does fall all over your face. So you could see here, I have fallout just from putting it on my inner corner. So with that said, I think if you didn't have hooded eyes and you didn't like to blend your glitters as much as I do, like I am somebody who really likes to blend when I use glitter, or like if I do a spotlight eye, I really like to get in there and blend. So like this just doesn't work for me. Glitters normally don't really work on my lid, but I can make it work on the inner corner. But be careful with this. I would recommend going in and doing your foundation first if you were gonna do this, just because it will fall a little bit. I'm using the NYX glitter glue and I'm gonna put that right on the inner corner, and then I'm gonna use Filthy Rich, which is, these colors really are beautiful. This is Filthy Rich, and that's the one I just swatched for you guys. They're just not easy if you have the hooded eyes I do and you like to blend like I do. So by all means, give it a try. For some reason, I cannot find the little brush. Oh, there it is. I'm just using, I don't know what this number is because it's come off, but it's like a MAC, maybe a 231, something like that. But anyway, just be careful if you're gonna go in with these, because there is chunky glitter and it does tend to fall down. So I'm just gonna do the same thing I did over here. Just gonna, a little too much lay down. Shimmer, or the glitter glue. And there's some shimmer on it because this is the brush I used for this side. And then I'm just gonna take the same brush, dip into Filthy Rich, and then place it right on top. So it looks a little harsh right now, but we'll go in once everything dries down and try to like shear it down a little bit. But I really do love how these look. It's just really difficult for me with my hooded eyes to make them work. I can't wait till I try it on a friend or a client or something like that and like put it all over the lid. I'm sure it's gonna be stunning. All those shades are stunning, but the highlight of this palette for me are the mattes and the bright colors, because just like the Blood Sugar palette, it allows me to kind of step outside of my comfort zone, which I don't do very often, and get creative. Like this to me is super colorful and just super beautiful. So what I'm gonna do quickly is go ahead and apply my false lashes. If you guys haven't seen my video about like summer skincare and things I'm loving and stuff like that, this is a lifesaver for me. These are called Helping Hands. They're on Amazon. I apply my lash in there and you can really bend it any way you want. And it allows me to just apply my lash glue and then let it sit without having the lash fall down and then have lash glue go everywhere. I love these. I'm obsessed. I've been using it ever since I got it. Please, I'll link it below. Please try it. That thing is $7 and worth every single penny. So anyway, I'm gonna apply a few coats of mascara, throw those guys on, and I will meet you back here to give you my final thoughts. All right, you guys, lashes are on, and this is the completed look. I am so impressed with how this turned out. I'm just gonna look down so you guys can see everything. These matte shades, which is typical with Jeffree, he knows what he's doing when it comes to eyeshadows. His formulas are on point. No fallout, not one bit of fallout, unless you're using the shimmery glitter shades, which is typical. That's absolutely normal, so I'm not knocking this palette whatsoever. I actually didn't have much at all on this side. It was more this side. Sorry if the camera's moving. My cat is kind of walking around there, but anyway, this is beautiful. I have hooded eyes and I'm able to work with color with this palette in so many ways. I could take the blues and do the exact same thing I did here with the pinks and take Quench, the yellow shade, and blend that out on the outer corner. Same thing with the browns. I could apply the browns, blend it out with the peaches, and so on and so on. Once again, I am so impressed with what he's put out. I absolutely loved the Blood Sugar palette, so I'm not at all surprised that I love this. Like I said, I probably won't be using the shimmer shades on my lids because that's just not something that really works for me, but I will use them on my inner corners again, and I might even take it below the eye or below the lower lash line and make it work that way. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it off here, you guys. I'm sure I'm gonna go on and on and on in my intro, so I don't wanna keep this too long, but thanks so much for spending some time with me today. Let me know if you guys like this look and if you're excited about this palette. Let me know if you picked it up. Thanks again, you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It means the absolute world to me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.